Hi everyone, and welcome to my first video of 2018, and that's going to be with my little Sydney. And I'm going to give him a feed, and I'm going to do a couple of tags that I've seen and I really wanted to do, and they're both New Year's tags. One is by Wonderful World of Reborns, and one is by Reborn, Hope and Joy. And I love both these ladies and both of their channels. And I thought I'll try and combine them. So I hope you don't mind, ladies, but I really wanted to do both of your tags. And I thought, well, that was the best way to do it. So I'm going to give Sydney a little feed. He's going to have a nice little Peter Rabbit bib on. A nice little white bib with orange trim. Put your little chin up, darling. There you go. And it's got all the Peter Rabbit. There's Peter Rabbit, Mopsy, Flopsy, and oh, I forgot his other sister's name. Mopsy, Flopsy, and Cottontail, and their mum. It's a very nice little bib. And we're going to give it a drink. I'm sorry if you can hear me slurping. I've got a cough sweet in. There you go, darling. Right, I'm going to start with Wonderful World of Reborns tag, New Year's tag. And the question one in that is, one word to describe 2017. Disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Not for me personally, but the world. So many natural disasters going on, affecting so many thousands of people. It broke my heart. And a lot of ladies on here and their families were affected by the terrible natural disasters. And I mean, they're still going on. It isn't if they finished, but 2017, I think, was particularly bad. And not only natural disasters, but terrorist disasters, terrorist attacks all over the world affecting thousands of people. You know, it just seems to be getting worse and worse, doesn't it? And disastrous decisions, not only by our governments, but by some of the people too. You know, it's just a disastrous year. And number 2, do you have any New Year's traditions? Well, yes, on New Year's Day, we always take down our Christmas decorations, inside and out, and we give the downstairs of the house a good clean because it's not dusted or polished or anything during Christmas. We just have a break from doing housework. So, yeah, that's our New Year's Day tradition. We always do that. Is that nice, Sydney? He's enjoying that bottle, aren't you? And number 3, what valuable lesson did you learn in 2017? Not to take people at face value, I think, was my biggest lesson, especially on YouTube, because people aren't always who you think they are, and I found that out. I've always been one to accept people as they are, and, you know, to think that everybody is who they say they are, but YouTube has taught me that that isn't necessarily the case. So, yeah, that was my lesson of 2017. Number 4, do you have any New Year's resolutions, and what are they? My New Year's resolution this year was to go to the cinema more, because I love going, absolutely love going. So yes, that's my New Year's resolution. And number 5, what things would you like to see more of in the Reborn community in 2018? Is that enough, darling? He said, that's enough, Mummy. I'm only a little boy. There we go. Let's give him a little burp. Don't want him to be all colicky, do we, darling? What things would I like to see in the reborn community? Well, what I'd like to see is the unity in the word community. But to be honest, I don't think that's ever going to happen, because some people in the community aren't as tolerant as others, and that can cause a lot of problems. So I would like to see more love and joy and happiness in the reborn community, but you can't change how people are and how people see things. So I don't think that's obtainable. I always try and... Is that all right, darling? That was a big burpee. I always try and take, everybody's got their own point of view, and I try to, think to myself, yeah, that, that's your point of view. That's fine. That, everybody's point of view is valid, but not everybody does that. And, yeah, I would like to see a change, but I'm not confident it would happen. I hope he's not looking too bright for you, because it is quite bright in this bedroom. Let's just darken you up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, so that was Wonderful World of Reborns New Year's tag. And the other one I was going to do was June's tag, which is Reborn, Hope and Joy, which is also about the new year and about 2017. We'll just have a little cuddle, won't we? He's such a beautiful boy. And of course, he is The Twin Bee by Bonnie Brown. Number 1, what was your favourite moment of 2017? Oh, right, 2017. My favourite moment was going to the cinema with both my sons. That was an amazing time for me. I loved it, going with both of them to see Star Wars. So that was my favourite moment. And number 2, did anything change you in 2017? Well, I already answered that on Wonderful World of Reborns, and that is, yes, not trusting everybody like I used to, which is a shame. Number 3, rate 2017 between 1 and 10, with 1 being the lowest. Well, these are 2 different ratings. For the world, I rate it a 4. Personally, I rate it an 8. I rate it a 4 for the world because of all the terrible things that have happened and all the bad decisions that have been made by people that rule us, people that govern our countries. So I would give that a 4. I give myself an 8 because a lot of things changed in my life this last year. My life really opened out. Now, you all probably think this is really silly, but because we got a cinema now and I can actually go out and do something other than just being in the house all the time, that has made an awful difference to my life. And going out with my sons. So, and with all the new treatments that I've managed to get for problems health-wise, that's really helped me this year. So personally an 8, but for the world only a 4, I'm afraid. And number 4, my favourite movie of 2017, well, that is definitely Dunkirk. And if you haven't seen it, you should go and see it. I know it's personal to the United Kingdom because it's about our troops, but it's also about heroism and not giving up hope and the disastrous position that all our young men, because a lot of them were very young men, were put in, and how ordinary people from the United Kingdom set out in little boats and to go and get them and stop Hitler advancing to England. We had to get some of our troops back to defend us. And it is the way that it's been made. I think it should just sweep all the Oscars. The producer and the director of Dunkirk did the most amazing job, because from the minute it starts, the movie starts, you are on the beaches with those young boys. You are going through everything they're going through. You're going through everything that our Spitfire pilots did, the heroism, the amazing, selfless heroism, and all the people, that ordinary folks that got into their boats and went all the way from England in these little tiny boats to France, to Dunkirk, and got these young soldiers off the beaches. I mean, it's inspirational. It is so inspirational. And I'll never forget that film, seeing it at the cinema. I'll never forget coming out. The quietness of everybody. Everybody was suffering with post-traumatic stress, I think, after the film. Usually when people leave the cinema, and this has been my experience with other movies that we've seen, people are chattering about the movie. Oh, that was funny, or this, that and the other, or I didn't like that, or whatever. But coming out of Dunkirk, every single person was silent and thoughtful and thankful for everything that happened. So yes, and if it doesn't sweep the Oscars, well, I would say I'd eat my hat, but I haven't got one. Well, I've got a woolly one, but I'm not into eating hats. But you know what I mean. It's amazing. And little Sidney's gone all light again, hasn't he? Let me see if I can darken him up. It's a miserable old dark day here, but the sun comes out, and you know what the wintry sun's like. Right down in the sky. Number 5. Did you stick to your 2017 resolution? No, because I didn't make any last year. There wasn't anything for me to kind of make. Nothing changed for me last year much, wishfully. So, no, I didn't make any last year. And number 6, my favourite destination of 2017, well, you've probably guessed this, the cinema. It's only 2 minutes up the road from us, but I absolutely love going to cinema, and it's made my life so much better. Going out with my sons, and yeah, it's improved my life 100%. I couldn't even tell you how much it's improved my life. So yeah. So those are 2 very, very good tags by Wonderful World of Reborns and Reborn Hope and Joy about the last year and the new year. So thank you very much for starting those tags, ladies. And I'm sorry I'm a bit late doing them. I've only just found out about them. Been trying to catch up on a few videos the last few days, haven't we, Sidney? Yes, Mummy hasn't been upstairs with you babies much, have I? No. And at the end of this video, I'm going to pop on a little video of something that my other son, my eldest son, who is also creative, my younger son Conrad does my music animation, and I hope you like my new intro. I think it's adorable. I love it. My eldest son actually does a lot of woodwork and wire work. He's very creative as well, and he bought me something special for Christmas, and I've put a little video on the end to show you what it is. So it's goodbye from Sydney. Mwah. Big kiss Mummy Suzanne in Australia. Mwah. Big kiss everybody else. And it's a big kiss from me. Mwah. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.